So again, we were back to the point of looking for another singer. And we were talking to Mike from Mortal Remains. And he had said, why don't you try out my brother? You know, he sings, he likes you guys, he's into the music. Just give him a try. All right. See what he can do. I never heard him sing. I knew him, but I never heard him sing. So we brought him down to the studio. We gave him a song to learn. Yes. We gave him a song to learn, and he came in and really just knocked it out. David was actually singing. I mean, it was yelling kind of in key, but it was singing, had melody to it. And we just, as soon as we heard it, we were like, that's pretty good. You know, we never thought our music to actually singing would actually, you know, we never even thought about it.
In the beginning, I didn't care for it. I didn't like it because I didn't like the image, what the image was going to look like at the time. And I didn't really care about image, but I was like, yo, dude, we were all long hairs. And now fucking Dave is going to come in and he looks like a pretty boy at the time. He looked like a shaved head, he had the thing, I'm like, and he's standing up there, don't tell me he's going to start hip-hopping now. And then, you know, it got cool. I mean, he was able to understand the songs.
I was psyched that, you know, we got him as a singer, you know, I thought he was really good. And, you know, everything was cool. He did great with us. His first show with us, we sold the place out.
For like the month leading up to that show, I was just shitting bricks. I get maybe the other guys were too, but I mean, I know I was, because it was like, oh God, new singer, how's everybody gonna react, this and that. And then of course that night, there's like 110 people down there.
It seemed like our popularity grew more. People could actually understand the words, what he was singing. People were happy about that.
Everything was going real good. So we're like, okay, let's go in, do a recording. Let's get this shit rolling. Let's get a CD out. We'll do it on CD for the first time, and it'll be cool. So I think it was July '96. We go into End Result Studios in Brooklyn, and we start doing the recording. And it came out really well. I think it was one of our best recordings, actually. We do it, play some more shows throughout the rest of that summer and into the fall. We played like CBGB's, the Sidebar in Manhattan. I mean, there was like, you know, Manhattan shows, Queens shows, more Castle Heights shit, stuff like that. Voodoo Lounge, stuff like that. And it was going real well. And then I remember, I guess it was early '97, we go down to the studio, Roxy Studios, and I knew something was wrong from the second he fucking walked in, because he had that look on his face. I'm like, oh, what now? And right after the rehearsal, we're all standing in like the fucking hallway. And he's like, guys, you know, I can't do this no more, I gotta leave. You know, I think at the time, his girlfriend was expecting a baby.
My priorities definitely changed. You know, the day I found out my wife was pregnant, and I was upset because I knew how the dudes were gonna feel. You know what I mean? I know they were pissed off, and I wish things could have gone differently, but you know, unfortunately, they didn't. It's funny. Life is just a constant change. It's just, you know. Life threw me a curveball, man, and I had to hit it out of the park.
At the time, I was real pissed and didn't want to see him again, because it was like, you fucked us, dude. You completely fucked us, and we went all this money, and now we're right back to square one.
You know, now I look at it, you know, I look up to the guy, you know, it's a big accomplishment he got. He's got a family now, he's, you know, supporting them, and he's doing great, and you know, I'm proud of him. I'm just glad he's, you know, cool enough to do this show with us again.
That's my little girl.
And then after Dave left, we ended up getting Sponge back in the fucking band for another year until it completely fell apart.
We always felt Sponge was the best front man for the band. Dave was a great singer. Sponge had a phenomenal stage show. The first show back with Sponge, the place was packed. We played, I believe it was Castle Heights, wall-to-wall people. Everybody was excited. Everybody was happy. You know, we were excited. We thought, you know, this could be, now we're on our way. And honestly, that didn't last very long at all. We had rented a room in College Point to practice. It was our own personal room. We stored all our equipment in there. And one day we went to rehearse, and the PA system was gone. The mixer was gone. All his stuff was gone, basically.
And that really pissed us off because, you know what, dude? You've known us for a long time. You want to split, split. You want to take a pussy way out, pick up the phone, leave a message. He knew when I was at work and when I was home. He could have just left a message on the machine and said, I'm not doing it no more, I'm gone.
At that point, I think we all just had enough. We didn't want to look for another singer. We were all real tired at that point.
We got together down at Roxy Studios and we rehearsed. And I had it in my head at the beginning of the rehearsal that I was going to leave. It used to be like, you know, we'd get together and we would write songs and we would play, and then it wasn't fun anymore. And we came to the agreement at the end of the rehearsal that that was it. You know, we weren't going to do Sudden Fear anymore. And walked out of Roxy that night. That was it.
I hated it. I really didn't want to. I really didn't want the band to end at all. At the time, you know, I was big into it. I'm sitting there going, we're ending, and we wrote such good songs together.
I tried everything I could, you know, along with Scott and John and Jim. We tried everything we could. It just didn't happen. Sometimes life works like that.
We were doing really good, you know. We were past, you know, your average normal garage band, you know, because it was just as long as I was with my boys, my family. I don't care where it went. It just, you know, I was having, you know, the time of my life, you know. That's all that matters.
Yeah.